I'm sure you would like to have such a personality that people get attracted when you speak to them. They would like to listen to you, whether it's at your workplace or at a social gathering. And the best thing is, you don't need rocket science to have a magnetic or a charismatic personality. You just need to keep six things in mind while interacting with people. So, do watch the video right till the very end, give in your feedback, and don't forget to subscribe and share. So, the number one point is be a good listener. And this is actually the number one communication skill. So, how can you practice it? The next time when someone speaks to you, listen attentively to what he's saying and begin by having an eye contact. Don't look here or there, don't be fidgety, don't look into your mobile. Because when you give full attention to what the person is saying, it shows that you are respecting what he says. It'll make him feel nice, and this will give you an instant connectivity and build a good rapport. Because sometimes it so happens that while he is talking, you are already thinking of the reply in your mind, or maybe you interrupt him and you start talking. So let him finish talking. That is your part of being a good listener. Point number two, be sympathetic. Show people that you care for them and be helpful. So, for example, if your friend is feeling low, he wants to share his feelings with you. So, just let him pour out all his feelings and just keep on offering some words of sympathy. Like, you can also take his name. Taking the name is very important. That Sunil, yeah, I can understand how you must have felt. Rashi, oh, that must have been really tough. These small things, taking the name and then giving some comforting words, will put the person at ease. Or maybe you could share a similar experience that you have gone through. But remember, the focus should not be on your experience. Don't elaborate your experience. Let the focus remain on him only. Genuinely give him some comforting words. This will uplift his morale and make him feel good. Point number three, be mindful of your tone. What you say is not as important as how you say, the way your voice sounds. Friendly, rude, discourteous, because that will make the big difference to your talk. For example, if you do not agree with someone, there's no need to be loud or aggressive about it. There are polite ways of also disagreeing with someone. If you do not approve of someone's work, you can put it in a very pleasing and polite way with your tone a little low, that maybe you could try it out from this angle, or let's work on it on this particular area. So this way, when you speak, the person will not feel demotivated, and then he will look upon to you as a leader who's motivating everyone in and around him. Simple everyday situations. Please excuse me. Instead of just saying, move aside, zara hatna. How does that sound? That doesn't sound very pleasing. Small things, but yes, they make a big difference. And the golden rule, always praise in public and criticize in private. And this point will lead us to our next point, point number 4, be appreciative. It's always easier to criticize than to praise. Our mindsets are tuned to always finding flaws, finding out mistakes. Whether a simple thing like watching a movie or someone's performance, we immediately start criticizing, this is wrong and he could have done it this way, or this would have looked better. So, what is needed is a change of mindset. Try finding at least one good thing before you start complaining, before you start finding faults in something. Start appreciating people. Find the good in them. Whether it's their work, you can say good job, keep it up, you've done well, or simple, just complimenting on their appearance. You look good today, you look nice, that color suits you, but a word of caution over here. Don't overdo it. Don't give false praises, because then that will just be termed as flattery, or what we generally call as maska marna. Because somewhere down the lane, the person whom you're just trying to flatter will see through this fakeness of yours and you lose your trust. So be genuine in appreciating people. Point number 5, focus on personal growth. Recognize your strengths and weaknesses. Try to learn new skills, new hobbies, do a lot of reading because a well read person is always respected by everyone. His vocabulary is more and it's easy for him to strike a conversation. And most important thing that you should remember is that keep yourself in the company of positive minded people. They inspire you, they encourage you, and you also receive that motivation and the energy from these positive minded people. And once you also develop that attitude, people will like being around you because then you will inspire them with your enthusiasm of looking at brighter things. And of course, keep away from people who are always complaining, cribbing, grumbling, because then they will drain you of your energy and turn you also into a negative person. Point number 6, be punctual. Let your punctuality define you. When you're on time, it shows that you respect the other person's time. It also shows that you are well organized. You know how to manage your time, especially on the professional front. It gives the impression that you are serious about your work. So, a small thing of being punctual on time, but it makes a big difference to your reputation. Remember, building a magnetic personality doesn't mean that you have to put on a fake image in front of others. Be genuine and have an optimistic outlook in life. It also doesn't mean that you have to be the center of attraction. It all boils down to creating meaningful connections. People will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. But people will never forget how you made them feel. So go ahead, embrace these qualities and see yourself turn like a magnet that will not only attract others but will also inspire them. Goodbye.